Hey guys, Britto here. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 2019. Here we are back at Uncle Bob's Piggery. We're here for episode number 4. So we'll just continue on from the last episode where we harvested the wheat and stuff over on the field just behind the shop there, and collected the straw and brought all that back. So our pigs have plenty of food now. They have straw as well. If we have a look at these guys, all got straw, all got food, all got water, so they should be, well, should be reasonably happy. Can't guarantee they're going to be extremely happy, but they should be pretty happy. So we're going to harvest these sunflowers. We have corn just over here as well, which you guys already know, but it's not ready to harvest just yet because I skipped forward too quick after planting certain things on certain fields and forgot that I hadn't planted that field yet, so I have no idea when it's going to be ready to be harvested, but this one's good to go. So we'll get this one done. You'll see we're not going to get a great deal of sunflowers out of this field, but I'm going to get enough just to keep them happy. So as far as this other field over here goes, it's harvested, it's ready to reseed and that sort of thing. So it's going to go over there and seed some corn, I think. Got some corn down there. We're going to need a fair bit of corn to keep the pigs happy, so I figure if we go down there and do corn, we're going to get a much bigger yield than what we would using these little fields back at our farm. So luckily we have access to that field as well. I don't even know how much we're going to get out of this field. Full harvest, or maybe not even that much. Might as well dump off this a little bit now while we're here. Run over our bushes. So if you guys want to play this version of this map, the Riverview map, the link is in the description. Fingers crossed it's working fine. I do apologise to all the people that have tried to download it and haven't been able to. I had a link to Dropbox, and we had that much traffic the first day that they shut down the traffic for that file for 24 hours. I think we can only have like 10 megabytes download or something, some really stupid small amount. So I've decided to go against that. There should be a link to the Discord channel, so if you guys want to head to the Discord channel and have a look, the save game will be there, the file for this map as well as the other maps that I've done. And hopefully by the time this is uploaded, I should have a link to all the mods that I use. That's probably going to be the hardest part, linking all the mods and that sort of stuff. It's there's probably 150, 160 mods that I actually use, so yeah, it's going to be crazy trying to get you guys access to all of those. I'm trying to upload them to Google Drive, so hopefully if I can get them all into Google Drive, then you guys should be able to download them from there without too many issues. And then I was also going to upload them to modsfile.com, which is where I get most of the mods from, through Farming Simulator 19 mods.com. That's where every time you go to download a link, it gets sent straight through to them. So hopefully, if I can get that to work properly, you guys will be able to get it from there as well. There should be a link in the description as well. If you don't want to go to Discord, or you don't have Discord, link in the description to the map save games in the modfiles.com, so you'll be able to download it directly from there if you like. As I said, you're just going to have to download the mods that I'm using to be able to play that map. So unfortunately for you console gamers out there, fortunately you can't play. I would suggest getting a PC, but then of course I know that some people don't have the money to buy a PC, so it's kind of difficult. I mean, it's all good for us to say, well, you know, buy a PC, but unfortunately there are people out there in this world that don't live quite as comfortably as others. Everyone's sort of different stages in their life and all that sort of thing. So I mean, if you can buy a PC, I'd recommend it, but unfortunately not everyone can. It's just the way things are at the moment. Alright, so let's unload this and we'll go and start on that other field. So I'm hoping that that field won't be far away, but it's not ready by the time we're finished here. We'd probably just go over and start seeding. Do we need to? Yeah, of course, we need to plough this field because it's sunflowers. But as we know, that doesn't take very long anyway, plough on the fields. So I don't know how full that trailer is. It should take 20-odd thousand litres, I think, so it's probably only half full. I'd love to do a lot more inside work like this, but it's so hard to sort of work out the depth of field to make sure we're hitting the right amount of sunflowers here, not undercutting or, you know, overcutting, I suppose. So I just want to say thank you to all the new subscribers and stuff. We've well, to be honest, it's really blown me away with that Michigan dairy farm build. I've gained over 1,000 subscribers in like 4 days. The video has like 25,000 plus views, which is just amazing. You know, people always say stuff about, you know, viral videos and blah blah blah. Like, I know it's only 25,000 views or whatever it is at the moment, but to me, that's a viral video for me. Like, I've never had a video with that many views ever. So really do appreciate all the views, all the comments, all the likes, and all the support and all the new subs. You know, you guys make what I do worthwhile. So I really do appreciate it. Right, so this Let's Play series is still going to continue on for a fair while, I'd say, until you guys probably get a bit bored with it. But I've got this series going. We've got one episode every day from a different series. So we've got 7 series running at the moment. I said 1 episode a day, which hopefully isn't too much for you guys. Well, not too much, but maybe not enough of the one series. I mean, maybe you only like this series, you don't like the other one, so you have to wait once a week to get an episode. So I do apologise, but I'm trying to just do a little bit of variety with FS19 to try and cover lots of different things in one go. But see, we've got this series going. We've got Shellington Race Stables, our Aussie Wool series. What else have we got? Fellsburn Dairy, Grizzly Mountain Forestry series, Chicken Farm series. So we've got heaps going all at the one time, but it's been a lot of fun. Still enjoying, you know, recording and all that sort of stuff for you guys and uploading, and it's with all the support and stuff, it really keeps it fun, keeps me motivated to keep it happening. Probably halfway through the field now. So we do have a couple of requests for some other designs as well. Had a request to do Fellsburn standard map, building a farm up on fields 1 and 2. I don't know what those fields are, to be honest, because I don't know that map overly well. So that's one thing we're going to look at. We've also had a request to do just a John Deere, or just a Case, or just a New Holland farm, which is okay, but as I've said to that person, it's a little bit difficult because a lot of the implements aren't branded with like Jutes Far or New Holland or Case or whatever, so I'd have to try and get some implement mods or implements that we can actually paint the right colours and that sort of stuff. But it is something I'm going to look into. If you guys have any ideas for any custom farm builds or anything along those lines, if there's anything that I can build on a certain map for you, and then you want to have access to the save game so you can play it for yourself, let me know. I was thinking of doing a vanilla build, so going somewhere like Ravenport or Fellsburn and just building a farm, but only using standard items in FS19, so no modded items or anything, just the standard, what everyone will have access to the day that they, start up FS19. So that was an idea that I could do that to see how good it will turn out. Obviously, it won't turn out as nice as these farms with all the modded stuff, but I think it would still be pretty good. Interesting, anyway. Interesting to see what it turned out like with just all the vanilla stuff. Trying to maybe inspire some of you guys to build your own farm with just using vanilla stuff, especially console guys, because you guys don't have access to all these mods, unfortunately. But if I can do something, as I said, vanilla, that would help you guys sort of be inspired to build your own farm, that'd be good. Right, so that's both those fields done, nice and quick. That one's still not ready to go yet, so we might head down there and plant that other field first. Then we can come back and plough and cultivate all this stuff here. Gonna have to move that out of the way, that tractor, so we can get the header in there once he's unloaded, obviously. So this farm, I sort of did go for just a New Holland farm here as well. Obviously there's no New Holland cars, there's no New Holland trucks, so we just sort of had to go with what we could get. So, but most of the stuff is New Holland. Where's our, over there? So we'll go into this one first. Tip side left is fine. So we'll go through here and tip off, say 6,000 litres, around about. So until we hit about 15 litres, 15,000 I should say. Wait for that. There we go. Wait for it to drop all the way down so we don't hit the door on the way out. It's pretty tight through here. The ideal if we had a little bit more room, but we're trying to fit as much in a little spot as we can. Here we are, smacking the walls and stuff. Oh, come on. Right, so say 9,000. There we go. So, and as far as the mods go, I don't have any graphic changing mods. They're all just really placeables and vehicles and stuff, so you're not going to have to go trying to work out how to, put forgotten plants or updated textures into maps and all that sort of stuff. Like, I don't know how to do that, so I don't bother. I just download them as they are and play them with the graphics that are already there, which, in my opinion, still is pretty bloody beautiful. So we go, put 3,000 in here, and then whatever we have left in the harvester will go in here as well. So piggies should be 13,000. What are we looking at? Sunflowers 11, 9, 11, 18. Someone's got heaps. Might be the one behind us there, because I did put a full trailer load of pig food in there. Some straw sitting on the ground there. Not quite sure why I dumped it on the ground, but anyway. There we go. So that first one won't get anywhere near as much as the other guys, only about 4,500, but that'll still be enough, I think. Hold this guy up so we can get him in there a bit further to drop this header off. We probably don't. So let's just drive it in. Get it the whole way in there. I'll park it there for now. Because we're going to have to use it for that other field anyway. I don't know if we'll have to use it for today or not. Right, tip side to the right, so we'll go in this way. And I like those weeds, as you guys know. I really like how they look, but the hitboxes on them are still bloody terrible. I don't think they've been updated or will be updated anytime soon, so just gonna have to try and be careful with them, I suppose. So we've got a little bit of manure and stuff, but not a lot. If we have a look. 4, 8, 12, 16, so 16, maybe 18,000 litres of manure and stuff, so we've got a little bit, but not enough, I don't think, to start using our own manure on the fields yet. We still need to probably fertilise and that sort of thing. So I'll run around this side and grab our planter, which I always forget which one's which. I think that one is the planter. Corn, yep, that's right. We're gonna have to go and fill it up. Some more fertilizer, some more seed before we head down to start. See, there we go. Before we head down to start seeding that field. See if we can get through like that. Yeah, beautiful. They are a little bit frustrating, those weeds. I probably am going to look at getting rid of them. So I do suggest though, if you guys download it, I do suggest that you do get rid of them. It's just the only reason why I haven't is it does take a little bit of time. There we go. Awful. I don't know why I even thought that we'd be able to turn there. Turning on these tractors or these sort of things on the back is pretty bloody terrible. Right, so let me have a quick look. Pigs. No, so we've still got enough water in there. We will need to top it up though, so it's not too bad. So we did our first live stream of the Michigan dairy map, which is pretty good, pretty successful. I think we did get a donation from Polly Chaser, another one. He's donated in the past, and a lot of new guys came through and subscribed and had a good chat. And it was actually really good. I haven't live streamed Farming Simulator before, and you know, I really enjoyed it, and I think everyone else that was there enjoyed it as well. You know, it's good to be able to sort of. Yeah, good to be able to play and do all that sort of stuff, live stream for you guys, and you know, have you guys sort of have a chat with me and just work out where you guys are all from. Like, you know, there's guys from America, Polly Chaser from the Netherlands, there's people from the UK, there's people all over the world, a few in Australia, so it's it is pretty good to have a lot of people in there and having a good old chat and talking about farming in real life. Had a few real life farmers in there and all that sort of thing, so it's pretty good. Let me have a look in the garage for a second. I think so. That one, that doesn't, no previous cultivating necessary. Is that the planter? That is. So I think we need to plough the field. I don't know if we need to cultivate. I don't think we haven't brought a cultivator yet, so we might need to buy one. So what sort of, I can't remember what sort of power these things have got. Not a small amount, but not a massive amount. 435, so not bad. Subsoilers. Is that 4 meters? That's 6. That's 8. But we can use that one. Culti plough. 82,000. We've got enough money. Next sowing. So no, that's the sowing, so we can't do that. No, actually, it's a culti plough. What am I talking about? So it does both ploughs and cultivates. 420, so we should be able to use that. Let's lease it just in case. Back to the shop. You'll see it took a little while to purchase it. It wasn't as long as I thought it would be, but when we go to sell things now, it takes forever because of all the bushes and stuff I placed in. They all come up in our garage, so kind of got to be careful with the amount of stuff that you're going to place down. As much as I love it and it looks really good, if you're going to play a series like this, you're probably better putting a bit less foliage around. But I find with a little bit less foliage, it sort of doesn't look as good. It really doesn't. So with that frame rate loss and how long it takes you to get through the shop, it's probably worth it in the long run. It's more visually pleasing. So we should just have to lower it. We don't have to do anything else. So it might take us a little while to get it done, but I think I'll probably do a run around the outside and then hire a worker and see how he goes. So we've still got the other field down there we need to plough as well, which we could use this machine as well, but we'll use our other plough and then we can should be able to plant directly on top, I think. I can't quite remember how we did it the first time. So even this tractor sort of with 435 horsepower, you're still struggling a little bit. This is probably going to be worse when we have to head uphill a little bit, but it's not doing too bad. Let's try and stay in this view so we can optimise our time, not waste too much time by missing too much. I do know, obviously when we hire a worker here, we're going to have to come back and touch up bits that they miss, because it's just what they do with fields like this, because it's not just straight up and down, it's a little bit all over the shop. Kind of struggle to follow the field. Once we get course play and that sort of thing, it'll be a lot easier and a lot better. Still waiting for it to be released. It's not out as yet, but hopefully it's not too far away. It's probably the most waited for mod, I would say, course play. Especially for us with our live stream of Michigan Dairy Farm, that was it was crazy last night. Like, I was just non-stop on the go. We had hired workers and stuff that were helping, but they kind of struggled to, well, I kind of struggled to keep up with them. Obviously we had the harvester going with a hired worker, but I'd have to come and unload him, and then we had the mower going with a hired worker, and I was over there trying to turn some of the grass into hay. And I tried to collect the hay, then I tried to collect some grass, and collect the bales, and it was just, yeah, it was crazy. It's really hard to keep up with them. So if we had course play, it'll be much, much easier. Right, it's one last run up this way, and then get a hired worker in to help. Go from there. Thought that would have been able to plant straight over this. I know we have the other plough mod, so I don't know if that's going to allow us to plant as soon as it's done, sort of thing. So I'll turn to the right here and try and line this guy up. Hit H for hired worker and see which way he goes. I'm just going to go that way. It's alright, we'll work with it. We'll come back and touch things up, as I said, but get as much as he can done. That'll save me coming back and doing too much. Obviously we've got our little house down there for our farm hand. So that's our farm hand out over there now. So we're taking over from where we started. So you should be able to get most of that done, and we'll come back and touch it all up. So this is a modded plough slash cultivator. Looks like a cultivator, but it actually ploughs, and we can actually change the colour. So it's New Holland blue with black wheels. Probably should have been New Holland blue with white wheels, but doesn't matter. And there, that field's ready to go. Make sure we don't have allow crate fields on, so we don't go destroying the area. Get this stuff done, so it won't take too long. If you have a look, so it doesn't say it's cultivated, no. But I don't know if we can plant straight on plough ground with that other planter or not. I think we can, because I think we did it before, so we don't have a cultivator, so we must be able to, but so hopefully he'll go alright over there. Sort of just keep an eye on him. So there's going to be probably a fair bit we're going to have to touch up, but it's going to save us a lot of time. Let's go back and grab that a little bit. No, it's not much, but go back a little bit further. I don't know if we'll be able to get it. No, there we go, got it. So yeah, as I said, he's not the best hide worker, just the way the fields are really. They don't run with the way that they want to run as a hide worker, so we'll have to sort of just go and touch up, but I mean they still do a pretty good bloody job. Especially for our like our Let's Play series, it's kind of ideal and required that we have hide workers, otherwise we'll feel like we'll never get anywhere. So that's good to go. I don't know if we'll get that harvested this episode. We'll have to wait and see how long this sort of takes. I know it's probably more important to actually harvest the corn, but it's not going anywhere, so don't have to rush into it too quick. So hopefully you guys have possibly downloaded the map and had a bit of a look at it. If you guys are actually playing on this map, let me know what you think of it. Did you use the same gear that I'm using, which was in the save game file? Did you sell a lot of the stuff and buy smaller stuff? Because I know the equipment is probably too big for this farm, but I said with it being a Let's Play series, we want to try and use the biggest stuff we can to try and get everything done as quickly as possible. So for you guys playing at home, you might have downgraded a bit, saved a bit of money, and brought some more pigs instead of having machinery worth a lot, which is too big. But well, let me know what you did. It'd be good to know. How's that other guy going? He's missing heaps, but it's getting most of it. Just be another run back up on this part, and then be a little bit to touch up the middle, I think. Still a little bit annoyed that when we paint the grass back down using the landscape editor tool, that doesn't actually grow again. I really wish that when we painted it, it would eventually grow as grass, not just stay as this as painted grass. It obviously looks a little bit better with lengthy grass growing out of it instead of just having painted stuff, but we would have to go through and plough it and turn it into grass, which will cause issues for us then if we were planting fields with a hide worker, or even without a hide worker, because it would plant over the grass with the crop. Alright, so there's only a tiny little bit left. We should be ready to plant. Obviously we can't plant because the planter's over there, but Beautiful. There we go. We'll just park this over here somewhere because we're going to need it for that field once we're finished doing the other field. There's a little bit there that I've missed, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not unfolding the bloody thing again now. So we'll just park him here for now. Go and check on this guy. He's struggling a little bit. Try and get as much as we can, and if we can get enough done, we should be able to bring that other tractor over and start planting maybe while this guy's just touching up little bits of the field. I'll have to have a look and see if that planter just plants directly on the ploughed ground, because that would be a lot easier for us. But I don't know if it will reduce our yield because it's not cultivated. This thing's pretty slow though. This implementing this tractor together, it's pretty slow. I don't know what the working speed is. It's probably not much more than 10, but the tractor's definitely struggling a little bit. Pretty sure I have. Yeah, we do. We've got wheel weights and everything on, but still struggling for power, I think. I don't think he's struggling for grip. So one thing we did discuss in our live stream the other day was the idea of being able to actually irrigate your fields. Like we should have a water content, even like a pH content and all that sort of stuff in the fields, and have to either bring in mobile sprinklers or mobile water tanks to sort of just spray the field with water to keep the right moisture content, adjust our pH and stuff. I guess with like herbicide and fertilizer and all that sort of stuff, and or bring in like permanent irrigation, whether it be irrigation like under the field with pop-up sprinklers, or permanent irrigation similar to what they sort of have in America, where there's in the center of the field there's this one big connector to water which sort of just spins around the field, like in circular fields, something like that. Or yeah, I don't know, but I think that'll be a pretty big addition to 2021 if they look at that for FS21. It'll bring a whole new element to the game, similar to like Farm Manager 18, where you've got to make sure you have the right amount of water and fertilization in the soil and that sort of thing. So not even go and fertilize just the twice. You might not even have to fertilize at all. If you've got the right water content, you've got the right weather conditions, you've got the right amount of fertilizer at the moment, you might not have to fertilize at all for, you know, 1 or 2 crops maybe, depending on what the situation is. But it would be good to have something like that, just to sort of extend the life and also the realism of FS. Unless someone can make like a mod, I suppose. So don't ask me to make a mod because I have no idea. I do want to create my own map mod, but looking at the Giants editor, it's pretty bloody difficult, to be honest. Like, it's not as easy as most people would think, and certainly not as easy as it is just placing things down in game like I have and made these farms. Like, they were bloody easy to do, but Giants editor is just like a whole another kettle of fish, I think. Try not to say smash the tree, but that's the hitbox on the weeds again. Come over and grab this planter and start planting corn over there. I think we'll do sunflower on maybe all 3 of these fields. So I don't think we need straw. I think we might have some still stored, which I'll have to double check. Not 100% sure, to be honest, if we have any stored. I think we do, but what about, mate? Bloody hell. Let's have a look. Straw. 31,000 litres, so not much, but we have some. So I don't know why he's missed that last little bit, but anyway. We'll come back and fix it up again. Let's unfold this guy. So you can see how much it lags when we're down sort of like this. The frame rate's not bad, but it still just feels like it's lagging a lot. Need to stay off that fence, I think. All those bushes there. It's got a solid hitbox. It's going to hurt us a little bit. So you can see the angle of the planting. So you kind of know which way the workers are going to run. That's the reason why they don't go straight up and down. They always run at a 90-degree angle, either north, south, or east or west. Okay, back that up a little bit. So yeah, they do. They have hitboxes, those bushes, which is good. Some other maps that have similar bushes like that don't actually have hitboxes, which is... it's not that big a deal, but hitboxes are a lot better. I think like Chellington, majority of the stuff there doesn't have hitboxes, so... he's missed bloody heaps there. Make sure I'm not missing anything. I think I missed a little bit then. Where are we? Yeah. No, it looks like it's picked it up, so that's alright. Might go right down the other end and do a couple of runs that way maybe, and that worker shouldn't be far off finishing down there. So once he's finished, we might hire a worker to sort of do a little bit of the seeding, and we'll just finish off that culti ploughing and go from there. Try and miss that tree. Yeah, straight back. That should be... yeah, that's right, it's getting it. Do another run. Actually, I might do a run this way and try and just square that off a little bit maybe. Oh, you can sort of hire a worker from down here and he can sort of follow along this path here. Hopefully. So get bottom of this line and then we'll head up the field. Hire a worker. Oop, oh wait, this one. To try and get this done before he gets here. Get which way he's sort of running. I don't know if we're going to get it all done. Stop! All that magic. Just got it done. It's kind of missed a fair bit over here, but we'll have to come back and touch it up anyway. Try not to get rid of too much of this stuff, but to come back and reseed it, obviously. A little bit that we've just run over. I have no idea where he's bloody going now. Where are you even going, mate? I don't think he knows where he's going. Oh, he's going that side. That's alright then. So it's all going to be seeded level 1 fertilisation as well. So we're going to have to come back once and throw a bit of fertiliser on it. It's only these little spots here we've got to go. So didn't do too bad a job, but so we've always got to sort of come back and touch it up after him. Try and get it a half decent spot for a screenshot, that'll do. Use that for our thumbnail. I always take in-game screenshots, use them as thumbnails. I just sort of adjust the color depth and all that stuff a little bit to make it look a little bit better than what it does in game, a little bit brighter and more inviting. But all my thumbnails I always use are always in-game screenshots, so there's no me sort of faking anything. It's all 100% legit. So get this out of the way. Park him up over here for a second. So we'll jump in this and let's get this done too. This guy's missing a fair bit, but it was expected anyway. So we'll run this way and then head back down and another bit of a run. That was absolutely terrible. Most of you guys that have been subscribed for a while probably know how bad my bloody driving is at times. Oh, there we go. Go this way and touch up these couple little bits, and we can work on the long runs again after that. Looks like we missed a little bit just there. It's hard to see sometimes between difference between ploughing and seeding, especially when we are using fertilizer as well, because it's sort of the colours kind of blend into each other. I know there's different patterns on the ground, but they're hard to see sometimes. There we go. One little bit. We can work on those big long strikes again. So I think next episode we'll have to harvest that cornfield and plough it and cultivate both the fields over that side as well. Definitely not going to get enough time this episode, I don't think. Luckily I have to go to work tonight. So did one quick recording this morning of this, and go and head to bed about lunchtime and a few hours sleep before I go to work. Otherwise I might not make it through the night, which won't be a pretty thing, of course. So yeah, we sort of discussed a few things on our live stream the other night. A few people sort of asked what I did for work, so just a little bit about me. Work-wise, I work in the Hunter Valley. There's that timer. If I can, this is so annoying. If I can turn it off, there we go. I work in the Hunter Valley, which is in Newcastle, New South Wales. So just probably about 2 hours, hour and a half north of Sydney. I work in a coal mine up there in the Hunter Valley. I drive really big dump trucks. It's a huge mining equipment. I drive Komatsu 930Es at the moment, and it's Caterpillar 789s and 793s. But as far as the size of the trucks go, the Komatsu that I drive, the biggest one, has a target payload of about 300 tons. Can carry up to about 340, 350 before it gets a little bit too much for the truck. But so you can imagine how big the trucks are and how big the loads are that we carry. For me to stand next to it, my head, I'm 6'2", but my head probably goes halfway up the tyres, so the machinery is quite bloody big. It's a good job, I love it. Can be quite boring at times, but yeah, decent paying job. I've always loved driving. Used to drive like road trucks and that sort of stuff, but got into the mining industry to drive the bigger trucks, which is, it's very lucky and is awesome. But, as I said, I've always loved driving. I think that's another reason I like Farm Simulator, because I'm just always operating machinery, so it's pretty fun. But I'm shift worker, so I do 7 shifts per fortnight, rotating from days to nights and all that sort of stuff. So that's probably the main reason why I can get so many videos out every week, because I get, I work for 7 days a fortnight and get 7 days off. I do long hours though, which is the equivalent of doing like a Monday to Friday 9 to 5 job, sometimes more than that. But yeah, it's perfect fit for me and what I want to do with YouTube as well. And there's also I have my daughter as well, a 5-year-old little girl. She takes priority over everything. So when she's here, I usually don't record anything. I'm usually spending as much time together as we can, and the whole YouTube and all that sort of stuff goes on the back burner. But in my opinion, that's how it should be. Family is always comes first. But she's awesome. She loves that Dad's a YouTuber, and that's what she wants to do when she gets bigger. So kind of already had the idea of us doing some videos together, which would be obviously things that most of you guys probably aren't even interested in, to be honest. But just things that me and her can do together that are fun, like sour lolly challenges and a few little things like that, just to sort of get her involved and let her learn what YouTube's all about. She does watch a fair bit of YouTube, a lot of the kids stuff. So, but yeah, she wants to do it like I do, and hoping we can do a few things together. So, I mean, even if you guys aren't really interested in that, maybe you can sort of have an insight to what I do, what my life's all about, and all that sort of stuff, and have a bit more of a view on me outside of just recording gaming stuff. But all right, that's that field done. So we'll end the episode there. Next episode we'll head on over and we'll I think we'll harvest our other field over here, corn. We've got to get this planted and that one ploughed and all that sort of stuff. So we'll see if we can plant directly onto this field, which would be ideal, but I don't know if we can. But if you guys enjoyed this episode, as always, smash that like button, leave a comment, let me know if you enjoyed it, and if you also have this save game file and where you're up to and what you've done so far, let me know. It'd be good to know what you guys are doing. And if you're new to the channel and haven't subscribed yet, guys, please do so. It's been Britto. Thanks for watching. See you again soon.